Alright, racists, just when you thought that was all I had to say about Black Inventions, I was prepared to give you more. Black Inventions, Act 2 of 4. Racist America's favorite trick is discovering what Black Indigenous Americans have already engineered, or completely stealing the credit from the origin. That's why US schools stop at George Washington Carver's peanuts or Lewis Latimer's filament, completely disregarding his main invention, the light bulb. Meanwhile, the real roster of inventors sits unmentioned, even though their devices shape the very environment we move through daily. Even down to the country itself. Black Americans created this system and its infrastructure, and many other inventions, starting with this lineup of world builders. The hit list continued. Sarah E. Good. In 1885, she became one of the first Black women granted a U.S. patent. Her folding cabinet bed wasn't just furniture. It was survival engineering for crowded apartments. Think Murphy bed before Murphy. Lyda Newman filed a patent in 1898 for an improved hairbrush with synthetic bristles and detachable sections for cleaning. Mass hair care, sanitation, and manufacturing all shifted because of her mechanics. She also organized for women's voting rights in New York. Her innovation was political and practical at the same time. Martha Jones, one of the earliest recorded Black women to receive a U.S. patent in 1868 for a corn husker and sheller. White farmers took credit for her innovation in agricultural productivity while knowingly using her device. Henry Blair, the patent holder for a seed planter created in 1834 and cotton planter invented in 1836, which makes you wonder, if Black people were the only slaves, they sure held majority of the patents for agriculture in this time, which sounds more like they built the systems for farming, not the other way around. His falsified status of being an enslaved Black man made him one of the rare early inventors still credited. But the agriculture industry profited billions while erasing his name from its legacy. Solomon Harper invented multiple electric devices, including a heating and air conditioning unit, and later worked on industrial-scale improvements. He's a ghost in the textbooks, but a giant in HVAC engineering. Robert F. Fleming Jr. patented the Euphonica guitar in 1886, designed to produce a louder, clearer sound. Why America celebrates Les Paul, but ignores Fleming's leap in sound projection decades earlier. Frederick McKinley Jones. Rarely mentioned outside niche lists, Jones revolutionized refrigerated transport in 1935, which is responsible for transportation to modern supermarkets, carrying global produce, frozen foods, and even medical blood supplies. Norbert Rilliot developed the multiple effect evaporator system in the 1840s for refining sugar. His process was cleaner, safer, and more efficient, still the backbone of industrial sugar refining. His name almost never leaves engineering journals. Joseph Winters improved the fire escape ladder in 1878, an apparatus attached to buildings to save lives, a direct precursor to fire safety systems in urban America. Racists love to ask me why or attempt to redefine my why for doing this content. But these pioneers are my why. This level of creation could happen every day if you would just leave the original people alone. Allow them to create. This constant attack and intentional, deliberate war-style hostility serves no one. If we can't allow the original people to be great, then those of us who come from them are doomed. We will never be better than the first. Wake up, racists.